I think she got irritated because I want to play game, I want to play game consistently every single game. And I actually told her that I'm out. And I said I cannot take it because story time. I just want to do this quick video before I head off to work. But this is a story not about other players, not about other coaches or other teams. It's actually a story about me, myself, when I was much more younger and as a player. Okay, so as players, we all have to condition ourselves in order to play for the games, right? Ultimately, we all work towards this end goal, which is I want to play game, I want to play game. Whether is it competitive games, friendly games, or whatever. So the story starts off with there's this season where I played, for the league team, for my school, and the games I was actually a starter, right? Coach is always consistently playing me because I was doing whatever I did well in order to be in the team. But I think the main point comes in whereby there was this period of time where consistently every single game, by the time it hits to the third period, I actually had to initiate my contact to my coach, and I actually told her that I'm out. I could not continue because I'm actually having cramps. My muscles are literally just vibrating and shaking underneath, my calves especially. And I said I cannot take it because if I were to go in for the next shift, I'll most probably cramp up and the whole thing will be tense up. I'll probably be a goner. So for first game, for this one game, I set out. Second game, I set out. So like I said, it was a consistent few games. And by the time we reached to probably the third or fourth game, I think she got irritated because probably I hope in a nice point of view that she actually want to continue to play me. She want me to continue to play and basically just play see out the whole game. But she got irritated because I cannot continue on. I cannot see through the game. So it got to a point where she just gave me this comment, and even until today I can also still remember it. So she turned and looked at me and said, "How many times you gonna continue to cram this? Are you not gonna do about? Are you not gonna do anything about it?" And that was actually during one of, like I said, the game by itself. It caught me a little bit off guard, and thereafter it got me to reflect and think about back then my situation and my condition, whether should I do something about it, can I do something about it, and what can I do in regards to reducing this situation from happening. So after some reflection, form of reflection, I realized that number one, I did not condition myself well enough in order to last through the games. That's one. Two, because of the cramping, it might be because of the accumulation of lactic acids that's in my muscle, and therefore I actually seek these other small solutions whereby I actually bring it to the games. So two things I went to resolve, which is one, to improve my conditioning. So in my so-called my training days, prior towards reaching the game day itself, I actually put in more sessions whereby I did more sprints, did more runs, did more conditioning to my body in order for my body to be able to sustain the load that I'm expecting to be having towards the game day itself. And of course, in between, having necessary rest in order for my body to recover. But this is one important point, which actually most players, especially when they are youth, all they do is I just want to play, but they do not condition themselves in order to sustain the load. And two, because of my constant cramps, I thought, okay, how about I do something? I never went to research. So what happens is, if let's say the body sort gets to a low level in a certain point of time during a game, then there's a higher risk of cramping coming up. So what I did was I actually prepared this. I prepared one bottle of normal water and another bottle, small bottle about probably 500 ml, whereby I will buy electrolytes. What you call electrolyte pills, or those electrolytes where it looks like some vitamin C capsule, or like I said, pills, right? Where you can drop into the bottle, uh, put into put some water into it, and then it becomes a nice so-called sweet drink. But it's not meant to be gurgled and drink profusely during the game, but rather during the game, in between the shift breaks or the period break, what I'll do is I will mix and match drinking normal water and electrolytes at the same time. And good thing about it, because of what I did. Thereafter, I managed to, like I said, be able to last through the games a lot more better, no more cramps. Um, and yeah, this is a really true lesson, true story, and it's happened on me by myself. If you do happen to experience sort of this kind of situation, be it whether you are 13 years old or you are 30 years old, please do note that number one, to condition your body for the games is actually very, very important, because what I like to tell people is I would actually prefer to train in order to play. But most people locally, they actually play thinking that that is training. So they play thinking, I'm playing to train my body. But if you really want to play and be competitive, and you really want to win games, be competitive, be able to last through the games, and see through challenges that happens during the games, then you got to train properly in order to play properly. So that's for today's video, my sharing. And do look forward to the next other videos that I'm going to come by. If not, if you would like to look back at my previous stories that I've shared upon games that I've experienced as a coach, or stories that I've heard from other coaches as well, just do look at the description below. If not, I'll see you in the next one.